Help me! My wife is dying! Please, open the door! Please help me with food! Please help me with water!
Under the shadow of wealth, poverty rears its ugly head. Where mansions rise and voices are raised in prayer, there are corners where hunger lowers voices. Thus, they will be noticed. In Jerusalem, where prayers rise loudly, suffering hides quietly. The footsteps of the devout are remembered, but they also remember the silence of the unseen, whose presence brings no hope. Some men speak of God, yet disobey him. They lift their hands in worship, but lower their eyes from the needy, measuring holiness in words rather than in compassion. Some know the language of heaven, but forget the responsibility of earth. And some are unseen until their silence begins to scream. Until hunger becomes weakness. Weakness becomes despair. And despair becomes a question thrown toward heaven with no immediate reply.
I have knocked before and they did not answer. What is a man if he cannot save the one he loves? Is faith only for the strong, or has heaven forgotten the poor?
Please, just a little bread. I will pray for you. My wife is dying. God sees all.
Where dignity fades, not because it was lost, but because it was ignored. Religion without mercy is a noiseless trumpet. It sounds holy. It appears righteous. But it gives no hope for the hopeless. No warmth for the cold. No answer for the desperate. Wealth without compassion is a burden. It gathers more than it needs, protects more than it shares, and convinces itself that preservation is wisdom, while generosity is risk. Yet, what is abundance if it never becomes relief for another?
I am not cruel. I serve the law. Purity must be preserved. If I help one, where does it end? God understands he must.
Times are uncertain.
But you have plenty.
I cannot help
And
everyone.
when hearts harden, suffering multiplies. Because when a pain is ignored, it does not disappear. It deepens. It spreads. It lingers in places where help once had the chance to exist. Mercy rarely announces itself. It does not wait for recognition. It does not prepare a speech. It just arrives, often unnoticed, until its impact is felt.
They would not help me if I lay there. But that is not the measure of mercy. Need is the only language that matters, and I will answer it.
It arrives quietly, from the least expected places, from those despised, misunderstood, disrespected, even rejected.
What troubles her? She is fading? Then we do not wait.
From those who know pain, and therefore recognize it, without needing explanation. The rejected often carry the deepest compassion, because they have lived without it. They understand the weight of being ignored, the ache of unanswered need. And so, when the moment comes, they do not hesitate. They become what they once needed. And love needs no permission to act. It does not consult status or history or division. It responds to need as its only authority. This defines mercy. It crosses boundaries, dissolves prejudice, and restores dignity. Not everyone who speak truth live it. Words can be polished, mastered, perfected. But truth reveals itself in action, in moments where choice cannot be hidden behind language.
Thank you for saving my life.
It is only natural for me to help.
And a neighbor is revealed in action, not by proximity, but by response, not by identity, but by sacrifice.
Why would you help us? Because your need called louder than our differences.
I look for help in the familiar, but mercy came from the unexpected. Perhaps I never understood what it truly means to love.
In the end, it is not who stood closest, but who chose to come near when it mattered most. This is the measure that remains, beyond culture, beyond time, beyond belief.